Oh, I see a layout, but I don't see a game. Is this thing on? I don't know. Oh, it's on the stream at least. I can't hear myself, but I see something. Oh, it's getting rescaled. Oh, hold on. Getting fixed here. It's not moving anymore, at least. Deus Ex Human Revolution. Devolution. Alright. Hey, we're live. Hey everyone, welcome to Deus Ex Human Revolution. Also, Privet Ruski Restream. Shoutouts to the Russian Restream guys. And yeah, with that said, let's start. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, welcome to Deus Ex Human Revolution. So this is, at this point, quite the old game, so if you probably have seen or played already the newest one, which is Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which I can recommend in a casual playthrough, it's a lot of fun. But since we're going back to the past, we're going to play Human Revolution first. So, in Human Revolution, as you have seen probably, I'm doing a loaded save file, so I have a prepared save. The reason for that is there's a 6-minute cutscene at the start, which you can't skip, and there's literally no point than just watching it. And also, be prepared, first trick is coming up, so we like a lot of fire extinguishers in this game. So we take it and throw it at a gun. Nice. We take it and throw it against ourselves. This allows us to go through walls, and it's pretty fast. Also, cactuses are friends in the future, which allows us to skip this small staircase here and just go a bit faster. So, at this moment, you're probably, if you know the run, you will be like, hold on, you went the wrong way, Heinki. Well, no, I did not. So this is a, well, not a newer strat, but it's kind of like a newer box clip where I'm going to take this box, and what we're going to do is, normally we use the fire extinguisher here to skip the next part, but with the box it's just 100% safe, so we're going to do that. So first of all, take the box here, jump up here, and boom. Nice. So with this we skip the sequence to go through this door, which takes forever, and just go fast. So just go next to the guards, don't worry. Stormtrooper aim, and yeah, this was the prologue. 7 years old, yeah. This game is old. 7 years old is old, I would say. No, it's not really, but anyways. So with that, we did the first part, the prologue, which is like a tutorial level, which is like introducing you the mechanics of the stealth actions and environmental cover, going behind, knockouts, and so on and so on and so on. But we don't really care, so first of all, we're going to go to Pritchard. We steal his candy, and now we talk with him. Eba, c'est pas tout. Also, you would have realized, like, hold on, Heinki, why are you playing this in French? Well, it figures that the French version of this game is around 10 seconds faster compared to the English one. So this is the reason we play it in French. Isu ici, komatela, miruki chinchin. My favorite French words from this game.
Votre affichage rectiligne est bon pour le service. Le programme de reconnaissance ne repérera pas encore les ennemis, mais vous devriez avoir le radar et le réticule de visée.
Cause French.
Les données biomédicales aussi en cas de douleur.
Yeah.
Bon, vous avez fini?
Alright, and now we just wait.
Ça arrive maintenant à l'hélistation.
Je sais. Des intégristes se sont introduits dans notre usine et ils ont pris des otages. Peut-être que cette fois vous sauverez quelqu'un.
C'est votre jour de chance. Je vais faire comme si je n'avais rien entendu.
Alright, so now we're done with this dialogue, which we sadly can't skip. We're going to go to the next area, which is going to be Seraph Manufactory. So, story-wise, we are a cyborg now. Before we were just a normal human, like literally trash, and now we got super duper amazing upgrades, and of course we are the chosen one. So all the upgrades and all the augmentations are fitting perfectly on Jensen, which is why he never will have any sufferings from this. Ah, certain Sanders. So, another dialogue we can't skip. So we just need to wait. So first of all we take the lethal gun, and then we take the short range weapon, which is basically the revolver. But because, well, we love boxes and going out of bounds, we just do it here again. So this way we skip trigger, and also we don't need to run through the main building. Thanks to skipping the trigger, all the cars are not spawning. Oh my god! Because of that, we can just run through here and get the stealth bonus because, well, nobody will notice you if there is nobody to notice, right? So thanks to this, we get the ghost bonus and we can just go around. Also, the AI is the best. As you have seen, like I just run next to him and he's like, nobody there. So yeah, here we do a lot of AI manipulation, sort of. So you can see maybe if you if you paid attention to the minimap that guards go to the left while I go to the right and stuff like this. Also, the best code is coming in, 1337. So all the codes in these games are fixed, so you can't change them. So they will always be the same for every run, which makes it very easy to learn and just to remember them. So at some point you just spam them out. Just don't forget that if you're grocery shopping, don't put the codes from this game in. Happened to me twice. Cashier looked very confused when he saw me typing 0451 very quickly. Was a weird moment. Anyways, so here another AI manipulation which I failed, but it's not a big deal because we can just outrun them and take the elevator. Napoleon Revolution. Wrong game. That is Deus Ex 1, but sure, man. Alright. So here's the Praxis kit. So later on we are going to do or use a lot of augmentations, but for now we don't really need them. So we're just going to hoard them like a hamster. All the augmentations and then use them later. Alright, so this guy died, we don't care. We just want to go fast, so we go fast. And another elevator. So, in case you're wondering, Heinki, why the hell do they have so many elevators in this game? The reason is very simple. They use the technique which allows them to have the entire game in one scene, but to load the next area you need to use a trigger, which are elevators in this case. This allows you to save or load or go through levels rather smoothly without loading all the interiors over and over again, which is really nice, but on the other hand, it makes certain areas just unskippable or like very slow because you have to hit those triggers. On the other hand, they try to communicate the story or like dialogues through other characters, which makes it kinda nice, so it's not too bad in my opinion. But anyways, so next trick is going to come up. So there's going to be a door, and hitting this door will access a trigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quick save and quick load as fast as I can during this cutscene to skip the cutscene and then just hold up. Nice! I got the double link info link skip. Okay, cool. So yeah, what we did is basically we save and load so that we are in the room where we're not supposed to be before we do the conversation, but because we skip the conversation this way, we are in the scene and the game just, stops there. Because normally the cutscene is the trigger that he starts his script, but because we skip this script, he will just stay there and nothing will happen until we do our action, which is like either kill him, take him down, or well, those are the only two options in this case. Negotiation 100, yes, this is how you do it. Quick save, quick load in a cutscene, and then just headshot them. Easy peasy, every time. Alright. Nice dialogue. I like that conversation with Pritchard. It's the best. And now we take the elevator. As mentioned, there are a lot of elevators, so... Okay, arrived. Okay, now we have a conversation with our boss. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Alright, good. Okay, and we're done. And another elevator. Okay. And back to business. Alright. Don't worry, we will have a lot of other elevators, so we will have a lot of time where we will listen to some music. Hey GK, thanks man. Alright. So this is the mother from the wife or daughter who we think is dead. So she asks us that we figure out what happened, but we say yes, but we actually don't do that, just to skip the cutscene or the dialogue, because if we refuse, she will start a dialogue which is unskippable and loses us 10 seconds, but we need those 10 seconds, right? So because we want to go fast, we just say, okay, we'll do your mission, but we'll never actually do it. And now because we are not sick, but because we want more upgrades, because augmentations are awesome, we're going to go to the limb clinic, which is basically your medical supply store with benefits or something like that, I hear. Anyways, okay, so we get all this stuff, which is like some hippostim, then we get some augmentations and candy jars. Because in the future you take candy to refill your batteries. And so now we have 2 candy jars, which will allow us to refill our batteries completely. Also, the hippostim is kind of like our medikit, which is like an injection, allowing us to buff ourselves. So it's very common or very handy when we need to use it, for example, in case of an emergency when we get too much damage, or if you want to skip certain area which apply a lot of damage to you, which will come later on, but it's still a nice thing. Elisa is sexy, voila. Alright, so now we need to go to the police station. I'll take the revolver out just for safety measures. Don't worry about it. Hey officer, oops. Shots fired, I guess. So, if you're wondering why the heck do I shoot the officer and then just go into the police station, well, because nobody will be alerted. And also I need to kill that guard and boom, go out of bounds. So we kill that guard so he's not annoying us later on. And also it spooks the doctor here. We want him... He didn't spook, okay, then I shoot him. Anyways. It's supposed to spook the doctor, which did not happen. The reason for this is just so that he's not going to talk with us. Because he wants to talk with us and it's like, oh hey, who are you? Alright. And then we just run out of the police station. Best guards ever. Thank you for opening the bathroom door. This makes it actually... this saves me a second. Nice. I shot the sheriff. That's a good one. Alright. And now because I killed the other guy, everyone will start shooting. However, if I would have done it like before, if I didn't shoot the guy and go outside, everyone would be in an alert state. I don't want that to happen because then I will get immediately killed, which is the reason why we shoot the guy with a shotgun. Because shotgun is very, very painful. Also, 420. Anyways, now we go back to Jensen's apartment. And oh boy, what could this be? Another elevator. I didn't expect that. Or more like, I never asked for this. Okay. He fought the law and then he won. No, I am the law. Alright, so the fastest hacking in computer systems. So while we're in this cutscene, we can disconnect from the computer, which allows us to get immediate control of the character again, and then we can just leave the apartment. So this helps us to speed up this section. And now we wait. So basically now our boss is telling us like, oh yeah, do you remember the hacker we killed in the first part? No. Oh, okay. Anyways, go to the gang area. Okay. So we go to the gang areas because we need to go and beat up some gangsters. Show them who's boss of all those fancy augmentations. So first of all, those guards are horrible. So I just jump on this container and go in and they don't care. So yeah, don't hire them. And here's going to be a lot of AI manipulation. So first of all, I'm stepping in this area where they can hear me and then I just jump above them. Because of that, they turn the other way around. So what you don't need to know about this AI, or when it was developed, is supposed to be an reactive and a planning AI. So they're supposed to be like kind of like a newer, fancier shit. So how they work is that 2 seconds while they're in this triggered into a certain state, they will not switch. So in this case, they hear us in a certain position, so they will only focus on that position for like 2 seconds. And this will be something we are going to use. And after that, they will go back to their normal duties. Oh, this is so bad. I wanted to make it safe, but I guess we just do it risky. Okay, first try. And also, this was a barrel boost. So, what the hell just happened? So, what we do is we put a barrel there, throw a grenade underneath, and the physics from the barrel will be applied to the player. Thanks to that, we can just bounce ourselves up and get a pretty good jump.
5 sur 5.
Normally this is not possible because the physics interaction in this game are very limited, since there's like no strafing or velocity added when you're running, so it's like all a fixed value, but it doesn't apply to objects. So objects actually have normal physics, and we can abuse that to gain ourselves a bit of height or a bit more of speed, which is what you just saw. Also, I'm eating my gun.
Ouais.
Nom, 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 nom.
Détroit local, ici Bravo Echo Echo 008 de Sarif Industries. Poursuivons le plan de vol.
Alright, well, this was Detroit. Next coming up is going to be FEMA Factory. So, if you design a level, what could be the worst you can do?
Vous avez l'adresse de cette usine?
Well, I don't know, there's a lot of things, but which I wouldn't call the worst, but actually a cool thing is building the entrance at the ending, so that you have like a
Maintenant.
one-way flow and basically meet up again at the start point just through going in a circle. So, where's my box? Excuse me? Alright, my box didn't work. Well, that's ridiculous. Anyways, just need to throw this again. So, because of that, we can just go back to the beginning of the... what? Excuse me? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. So, the roof is not solid. There you go. Jesus Christ. So the roof is not solid, that's why we can't throw a box there. But anyways, since you know already what I can do with boxes, I will just explain what we're actually doing. As I mentioned before, the start of a level and the end of a level is at the same place, basically, just that it's on a different height. So what we're going to do is we just go to the end of a level by going through the start of a level. And this is what we're abusing. So we go through this little door, then we go through this door, drop ourselves down here, come on, boop, go backwards, and because I don't want to die, I activate the Icarus landing system. So normally I would have died from fall damage, but because of this, we can reduce all the fall damage to 0. Also, we are going to prepare a bit for a boss fight, so we just go and throw 3 mines. Alright, best boss fight ever. That was very tough. And now we leave. So, if you use the Icarus landing system, you can't die from fall damage anymore at all. So you're like invincible when it comes to this. So what we do is, before we are supposed to trigger it, we activate it so that we skip the animation. Otherwise the animation will take around 4 to 5 seconds, which is a waste. Also, nice, okay, we arrived. So where was I? Oh, right. Because of that, we trigger it at the end. Also, this guy has stuff I want, so I'll just take it from him. Thank you very much, Mr. Dealer. So, yeah. Okay, back to main base. So now we need to talk with Seraph. So we're going to do that, and Pritchard wants to talk with us too. And you know what that means. Seraph's office is in the top floor. So I need to take an elevator. So that means... Okay. So this is Taggart. He's like kind of like another, not protagonist, but he's one of the dudes who gives you another ending. But we don't really care, we will never see him ever again. And this is also the last time we were going to see Seraph. And now we're going to go to Pritchard, and after that we go to Heinki. But until then...
Je devais d'abord faire mon rapport à Sarif.
Yeah, the problem with the game was, if you played it casually and you went for the all running and gunning, you will be fine. But if you go and play it stealth, as a stealth playthrough, you were kinda screwed. Because all your weapons would be useless, or you really can't do anything against the bosses if you don't know what to do. Fun fact, there is a category called Absolute Zero, which doesn't allow you to use any items, any augmentations. You play it on the hardest difficulty, well, you You were used to play it on the hardest difficulty. You don't do it anymore because of certain strats. Oops, that was the wrong button. And you do it 100% stealth. So when it comes to this, you can kill the bosses by just throwing an object against them for like 20 to 25 times and they die. So, yeah. If you know that, then they're not that hard. But if you don't know that, then the casual playthrough will become a bit tougher. Also, this is the Icarus landing system. Also, this guy is moaning. And this area is one of the bigger ones in the casual playthrough. You have to do a lot of missions. You have to go to party and find the boss leader gangster and do a mission in the hacker system, and you can all skip this by taking this box with you. So what we're going to do is take this box with us and go to the substation where we need to go, and once again skip everything because, well, we're faster. Oh, come on. Boop. And there we go. Why do missions if you can just skip everything? So there's our train, and let's go. Taking a sip of my tea. Alright, now in Taiyong Medical, this is like one of the shortest parts next to the prologue, where we're just going to run through it. So first of all, a lot of hacking again. So in case you're wondering, I know all of the codes out of my mind, but then again, I run this since 2014, which is quite a while. So I'm not surprised at this point. And we take our gun out because this guard is going to alarm everyone. So if we shoot him before he shoots, nobody will be alarmed. Makes completely sense, right? Well, no, it doesn't. But it doesn't matter. For our case, this allows us to go through this in stealth. Do you see this stealth action? Oh boy. If I would have known that in my casual playthrough, I would have done it like that. Like, you can even skip the lasers by just jumping over them. Such stealth, much wow. So see, this guy even did not see that we arrived. Oh no, he's shooting. But it doesn't matter. So with that, we went through Taiyong Medical. We're going to use one Hippostim and have 150 HP. And the reason for that is another boost, which we used like the barrel boost. But in this case, in this time, we are going to use a fire extinguisher. Because we like fire extinguishers. T is love, T is life. Yes, it is. Yeah, you get a lot of experience by just hacking. So if you... Fun fact, if you're in Server Manufactory and you want to level, you can just hack every computer which is there. And you get half a level at the start, which is pretty good. Also, it's something I did. Anyways, so take fire extinguisher with us. Alright, and here we're going to, upgrade the Typhoon. So the Typhoon is the newer augmentation introduced in the game at the start, but since we skipped the cutscene, you never know about it. It's basically an augmentation which is used or throws bomb around the thrower and explodes there, but you don't suffer any damage, so you can just literally kill everyone around you. We do have chill elevator music, yes, I forgot to do it, because this elevator is rather short, but don't worry. So what we're going to do is, first of all, take this extinguisher out of bounds. Excuse me. Hold on. There you go. Place it there. Then we take ourselves out of bounds. Typhoon. Ha! So how it works is basically, if you're very close to a corner or a wall, and you use the Typhoon, it pushes you backwards and upwards, which is what we're going to use so we can go here. Then we take the fire extinguisher with us and do something similar like with a barrel boost. But only this time it's timed thanks to the mine. And now we need to do some precise alignment, go on it, and bam. Oh, wow. I did not gain enough height. I thought I did. Okay, we have to do this again, but it's not too bad. So once again. Alright, Jensen, please jump. Thank you. Back in the days you have loading screens instead of lifts. Yeah, but that's why they use lifts. So you have one big scene and you don't need to load anything. Alright, I'm really bad at jumping right now. Where I couldn't nail this trick consistently. Yeah, it was I think it was the string where it was newly discovered. Excuse me. I'm not getting any boosts right now. Wow. I feel ashamed. There you go. Jesus Christ. Also, oh. Look at this tummy. First party my tummy or something. Anyways, this was pretty bad, but it's fine. We have elevator music. Because this will take a while. So yeah, while we listen to some chill music and stare into the sun to make everyone blind, feel free to ask me anything in chat right now. Oh, the sun is disappearing, but wait. This thing will disappear too. Oh, did not. Very relaxing. Alright, but I think it's time to do some killing again. Or not? Was it too early? No, I'm pretty sure it's not too early. Okay, there you go. Alright, so now we're in the penthouse, which is completely empty, where the enemy totally does not expect us and doesn't think that this is a trap, right? Well, there you are. But we are smart, so we just shoot at the enemies, telling them, hey, we are here, and then we throw a grenade at them, blinding them all, and then we just pass them. Also, because they're all blind, and I pull the trigger, we get the ghost bonus. So literally the game is saying like, oh hey, you did this in stealth, nice. Are you Bavarian? No, I'm not. Are you having fun? Yes. Favorite color? Red. What tea are you having? Black tea. No, it's Chinese tea, sorry. Also, this bots might be a very difficult thing when you play this casually. And if you could throw, wow, that was stupid. I didn't throw it far enough. Yeah, I didn't answer a single question, I realized it too, I'm sorry. I blame the delay. Anyways, so now we throw grenades correctly, please. There you go. So if you played this casually, those bots might have been a bit of an issue, depending on what you played, what kind of gameplay style you have. But if you know that they just take one EMP grenade each, it's a joke. It's literally just, yeah, throw it and then done. Where's different kind of tea? Yes. Also, while waiting, we are just going to get a lot of stuff. Literally stealing every warehouse we visit. Next coming up is going to be Pike's communication. So first of all, we go out of bounds, because the collider of that box is a bit big enough so that we can step on it. And then we go out of bounds and jump into oblivion. Whee! This is like the next area where we take a big ass elevator to get to the boss. And before we go into the elevator, we need to use this box. So one thing is like, you can't normally clip through a door normally. So what you've seen me do in FEMA is like an exception. So what I have to do is go through the first door, which did not work, and then try to go through the second door. And once I'm done going through those doors, I can go into the elevator. Ah yes, funicular. There you go. So now I'm stuck in between the two door parts, and I need to wiggle myself in. Ah, come on. There you go, bam. And now we take the elevator. So 2 minutes of elevators. Hey, more time. Madness, yeah. Also, this is the best doctor. I can recommend him. Je pense à la facilité avec laquelle j'ai pu pirater leur pare-feu et accéder à leur système informatique. Enfin, à une partie de leur système.
Où vous voulez en venir?
J'ai le sentiment d'être conduit vers certaines zones de leur réseau et tenu à l'écart d'autres. Seulement, il n'existe aucun système de sécurité capable d'improviser ça.
Vous y réfléchirez plus tard, Richard. Si je veux mettre la main sur Miss Kassan, il va me falloir des coordonnées plus précises que dans le repère secret.
Le nuage d'holo-imagerie que vous avez rencontré dans la salle 404 a correspondu à un pic de consommation électrique. Celui-ci était situé dans une des plus
Don't mind me, just chilling.
80211. D'après moi, c'est de là qu'elle émet.
Also, Pritchard is having a conversation, telling us that the funicular is almost there, but in reality it was always there. And yeah, as said once again, this the reason we have to go through this is basically because everything is in this lower part. We have a big ass level. Also, count together: 24, 25, 26, 28. Oh shit, I knew I never could count correctly. 27 is a lie. Alright, we arrived. Hey, your elevator is there, but we're already at the boss fight. Well, almost. So first of all, some very nice stealth action. And once again, it's very handy that the game allows us to give us 2 boxes immediately at the start. So, fun fact, when I was playing this casually and I did a basically stealth playthrough, I used those to cover myself and just took the box everywhere to hide myself from cameras, from enemies. Works very well. Alright, so boss fight is happening. So we throw a grenade on the bottom, throw another one, boom, and another one. And once again, very hot boss fight. She's dead. Rip Brianna. So what we're going to do now is trigger the helipad, which allows us to go to the next area. But while doing that, we're just going to take everything. So revolver, ammo, more chocolate, because we love chocolate. Hippo stem. Alright, and now we're done. Let's go back to Detroit. So in Detroit, we're going to be at Jensen's apartment. And then we're going to go as the next destination to Heinki. But first, Jensen's apartment.
Jensen? Elisa Kassan vient de me contacter et m'a dit de te retrouver ici. T'es prêt à partir?
Ouais, à la maison, Malik.
Ah, c'est pas trop tôt.
Ah, zebra tutor. A zebra with tutor or something, I don't know. Anyways, so as you have seen and already known, elevators are slow. We know the necessity and why they're used now, but let me introduce you the best elevator ever in this game. It's the Elevator Express. So first of all, throw the elevator at yourself. Bam. Take it out of bounds. Step on the elevator. I mean on the fire extinguisher, but it's basically our elevator. Congratulations, you used the Fire Extinguisher Express. Clap for yourself. Alright. So what we do here basically, as you have seen, while we were dropping down, the lower 2 parts were not loaded at all. Or like, the collision is there, but there is no rendering. This is basically the reason why you have to use the elevators, so that the next area is getting loaded and rendered. But if you skip it, you can see the result. And this allows us to basically go faster, because elevators are slow. Also, let me dunk. Oh man, I failed hardly. Okay, anyways. First of all, take another box. So this part is very particular, kind of very similar, nice English by the way, to Heinki, where you have to, or where we skip everything by just not doing the missions. And here it's the same. We have to normally face now Taggart. Well, wait, who was Taggart? Well, it was the guy after I told you not to worry about. Okay, so where you have to have a conversation with him and convince him that his way might not be the right one, blah blah blah. We don't care. We just go to our office, which is barricaded. And luckily the developers forgot to, well, remove the trigger to go into the building, and we can go into the building. And the game is just thinking like, alright, you finished the previous part, so you can just go further. And it's like, okay. So we skip like 3 minutes and just continue. And once again, we have to go to Seraph. And once again, his office is where? Huh? Huh? Exactly, it's on the top. And what do we have to use to go to the top? Huh? Correct, the elevator. So this basically is more time for elevator music. Can you do this in real life too? No, I guess not. Can't dunk, yeah. This run sucks. Alright. Okay, this spooky guy is just telling us Seraph is not there. So he's saying like take the elevator, and we're like okay. Why do you need to step on the fire extinguisher? Alright, so as I mentioned before, Icarus landing would normally subdue any damage we would take from falling. So what would happen is if the ray, or basically there's something called a raycast, which is checking the distance from you and the ground. And if the distance is too high, it will automatically trigger it until you reach the ground. So we don't want that to happen because it's slow and the animation takes forever. So we step on the fire extinguisher, which is dropping, and because of that, it will never trigger the falling animation, which is very nice. Also, now we're going to go into the options and higher the difficulty. Also, the best augmentation over the most broken one, stealth augmentation. So the stealth augmentation allows us to go invisible, and that's basically it, but it allows us to just go past anyone and they will never really see us. Also, I'm skipping a cutscene by jumping up here, and the reason we change the difficulty is basically that Malik receives more damage. So, Rip Malik, you're dying for us to get a safe or fast run. Malik! Also, fun fact, if you haven't played Mankind Divided, she survives, so everything's cool. No.
Malik.
Rip Malik, Bible thump.
C'est rien, Spy Boy. Mais je crois que tu vas devoir te débrouiller tout seul.
Farida.
Fais-leur payer ce qu'ils m'ont fait.
Alright. So now again we're in Angsha, and oh no, we're receiving glitches. We glitched the game too much, so the game is glitching back at us. Crap. But no, this is story related. So now you have this choice to go to the hospital and get yourself fixed or not. So because we want to go fast, we don't need a fix, because we are glitching the fix. Also, this guy wants to talk with us, so I turn invisible so he can't see us, so he's not talking with me. Can just recommend 11 out of 10 strats. And now a lot of running. So once again, we need to go to the gang members, or the gangsters, which we completely skipped and never saw, but we need to visit them. And where are gangsters normally hiding? Place your bets now. You have a couple of seconds. Ding 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 ding! Correct, it's the sewers, because they lack shit. I don't really know why they always hide in the sewers, but they hide in the sewers. And for some reason they have like supercomputers there too, which are connected, where I'm always wondering how do they have such a good connection. I mean, like, even in fucking Germany we don't have that good a connection in a normal apartment, so how do they have that in a sewer? Anyways, that's just me ranting about German internet, so better continue on the run. So once again, invisibility is very OP in this. So we're just going to turn invisible and run past everyone. And also, they were our enemies and now they're our friends. Wow. Also, this is Big Bag Boss. We don't care. We just take his laser rifle, because laser is always cool. Firing your laser and shit like this. And we leave. Bye. My toilet has better connection than your PC. Wowie. Also, once again, now we're done. We need to go to the next area, which is going to be Singapore. And just a bit of walking. Yeah, can't call from home, but have internet in the sewers. Alright, so this is an area where we take a lot of damage, so this is why we use the Hippostim. The electricity does not only give us damage, but it also disables all of our augmentation, so I will need to use some candy. Also, I don't want it to take the laser rifle, please. Thank you. Also, this robot would see us, but I don't want him to see us. And now we go to the next area. So there are two guards in front of the house, so we need to do this fast. Super duper hacking, bam, and bye. Alright, and we planted the bomb. So next up, Singapore. We're going to have the final boss, well, no, the second to last boss fight. But before we do that, we need to go to him first. So, once again, taking a box with us, excuse me? No? Okay, cool. Catch it before it dropped. No, 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 no! Aw, come on. Boxy, please. Dude, what the fuck? Come on. Be nice. Thank you. Alright. And we go here. Whoa! Well, that minigun did a lot of damage. Oof. Alright, well, that's unexpected. But it's okay. We just start here again, so we just need to do another clip. Hey, at least now first try.
Ça doit être un brouilleur.
Also this time, he did not see us. What? What is this damage? Okay. Also the turret is like shooting still. Alright. Normally you don't need this anymore, but I'll just take it for safety because I don't know what's going on. I'm getting super duper damage. Malik's revenge, I guess, for hiring the difficulty. So come on, clip 3 times.
J'ai
Dude,
plus
please.
important à faire que de vous aider à me suivre à la trace.
1, 2, 3.
Si Megan
This
et
is
son équipe sont
easy.
ici, il n'y a pas une
Or not.
seconde à perdre.
Really? Come on. We saw that we could do this. There you go. Well, this was pretty bad. Alright. So now with less energy consumption, I can just take this very safe. I'm just a bit surprised, but oh well. Happens. It's okay. Once again. So once again, we just need to make sure that we don't trigger the alerts, which are basically those cameras, and now we're going to prepare for the next part. Okay. So normally we would do the third boss here, but hey, I know a cool route, so let's go here. First of all, go out of bounds and go here. Jump over this. Look at this mountain. Just go all the way forward. Don't worry, just go forward. Alright, you reach the end, go to the left, and go to this mountain. Go all the way forward. Congratulations, you skipped the third boss. And if you're now, what the happened just now? What? Excuse me? Then it's very simple. So, as I mentioned before, rendering the next part are triggered by the elevator. We skip the elevator by going out of bounds. Okay. So the trigger for the boss fight is outside the elevator, so we skip it by being out of bounds already. But the trigger to load the next area is already active, which is the door. So if you know the layout and know where to go, you can just go there invisible, or like through the invisible arteria. But you have no hint where you're going. So if you know where to go and you practice it a bit, it's very simple. Then you just go through the door and the game is like, okay, you killed the
On
boss,
reparlera de ça, toi et
even though
moi,
you never saw him.
Les apparences sont contre moi. Mais arrête d'abord le signal. Je pense que les biopuces saturent le nerf pneumogastrique, ce qui doit créer d'horribles hallucinations.
Tu veux dire que ça va rendre fou les gens augmentés?
Love that trick, yeah, it's
Et il y a
one of
quoi
my
pour
favorites.
l'arrêter. La navette Léo te conduira à Panchaya. Bonne chance, Adam.
Système automatisé
Alright.
en ligne.
And now we
Séquence
wait.
Tarot 1, code 1, 1A. Paré pour décollage. Trajectoire
Always remember your safety dance, guys.
Destination Panchaya. Début du compte à rebours, Monsieur Darrow.
Affirmatif.
Code 0.
And now the swag moves.
Confirmé 0. Début du compte à rebours.
Alright. Now we're going to the final part of the game, which is Panchea. So in Panchea there's a lot of crazy shit happening, and we're supposed to investigate it. But we don't really care. We just want to finish the game quickly, right?
Richard.
So this is like one of the biggest level in the entire game, I would say. Or I would actually confirm it even. So what we're going to do is just rush through it,
Personne ne sera en sécurité
because we know what
tant
to
que je ne
do
l'aurai pas coupé.
and know which triggers to hit. So first of all, a little bit of parkouring because we know how to do this. And then jump in here. Okay. Go through here. And once again, we need to do another trick, which is kind of like a combination of the door clip we did in Pacus Communication. And also the Typhoon, so we're going to do that again.
Le central
But
radio
first
de
we need a
Panchaya est
box.
en bas de la station, près de
Throw
l'océan.
the box against ourselves, get through the first part of the door. Like before. Come on. Come on. Don't be shy.
Depuis le haut de la tour. Compris.
Push. Aw. And push. And push. Really? Box, please. I need to go through this door. No. That's not good enough. Almost. Ah! Oh, nice. So then we turn a bit around, and once again, Typhoon! Because it allows us to go backwards and upwards. And ta-da! And we didn't hit the trigger, really? Are you really kidding me? Okay, so we got the trick, but we didn't hit the trigger to load the next area, and I'm not confident that I can do the entire part blindly. So once again, let's do this. There you go, now it rendered it. Alright, so normally you have to take a conversation, which will take around 5 minutes. In the old speedrun, if you did a certain strat, it took 4 minutes. So skipping 4 to 5 minutes just to go here is pretty convenient and nice. So we're going to do that, and also, story-wise, what happens is everyone who has augmentations and received those glitches becomes crazy. But of course, Adam Jensen not, because he's the protagonist, because he's immune. And you only know that if you know the story. But I like to joke about it, and people always get upset when I just say it like that, and they're like, "Oh, you don't expect the law." I mean, the law. The lore, not the law, but the law is okay too. Anyways, because of that, everyone goes crazy, and now we need to figure out how to stop it. Also, fun fact, this is the Star Wars bridge. The developers, for some reason, called it that way. And, yeah, I don't know why, but I think it's just cool. So, once again, take a boxer with us. And the crazy people can use slow you, so I rather don't get slowed. Go here, throw an EMP grenade. Heinki, why are you throwing an EMP grenade? You just shocked yourself. Exactly, that is the point. So, what we're going to abuse is basically when you use a grenade or any kind of shocking device, it disables your augmentations, and that's what we want to do for this part. We want to disable it so we skip the elevator, which makes it faster to go through here. Also, if you get blind, don't worry, no, you can look now. Alright, the hardest part of the run is this boss fight, so we take the laser, shoot a bit, and okay, she's dead, never mind. So, I like to joke about this a lot, but the laser gun is OP, it can go through walls, and because of that, there's like a protection layer where you normally are not supposed to beat her that quickly, but you can just shoot through the glass and just kill her. It's pretty good. Nobody expects the law. Alright, time is coming up as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for joining in. Hope you enjoyed it. This was Deus Ex Human Revolution. Hope I could entertain you a bit with this run and show this off. And time. A bomb. So yeah, we choose the bomb ending. It doesn't really matter. We have only two options: either explode everything or use the bomb. So in this case, we use the bomb. No wait, the Darrow ending. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed it, as I mentioned before. My name is Heinki. If you want to see more Deus Ex games or speedruns, there is a Deus Ex group called 0451 on Twitch, which is doing Deus Ex speedruns. Myself, I am doing a lot of Deus Ex games, and I started to do Command & Conquer speedruns. Anyways, enough promotion, no, self-promotion? Yeah, self-promotion from myself. Screw me, I'm done. See you guys next time. Have fun and enjoy the marathon. Bye bye.